very quickly on this video, I'm gonna show you 8 things I stopped buying, and guess what happens? It saved me a lot of money. And I can guess those things might be affecting you right now without you even noticing. And by the way, they eat a lot of money, and people asking, hey, where is my money going? I just got paid last week. I had 20,000, now I have nothing. I don't know even what I can do. And guess what, Joseph? I've been employed for the last 7 years. I've never saved anything. I want to build my future. Hey, listen, I'm going to actually go ahead and use my own self-example to explain to you the some of the things that I shake them off. And let me tell you one secret, they did magic to my pocket. And I do believe that it can be of help to you. Yes, we know we talk about investments and savings, but honestly speaking, if we do not have a track of what we are using or what we are buying and when we are buying it, then it's gonna be actually like close to nonsense or nothing that we are doing. How about I jump into this board? Take your time, go ahead and hit that like button. By the way, listen, just tell me thank you for sharing these videos to you. Just like, it does not make sense 1,000 of you watch my videos, but I only have 200 likes. Where are the 800? Come on, if the moment you hit this notification, you get this notification of this video, like the video, make sure that you subscribe if you have not, and put a comment on the comment section. If it's a question, I will attend it. Let's get into the business. This is Good Joseph, in case you're watching me for the first time. Now, the first thing that I stopped buying and saved me a lot of money is one thing. By the way, towards the end, I'm going to show you very interesting things, okay? Now, the first thing that I stopped buying and saved me a lot of money is buying my position. Buying my position to fit in my friend's circle. I stopped buying that. I know this sounds funny. Maybe it's not like an item, but what exactly do you mean, Joseph, by saying that? If I tell you today, most of the people, they affect their money by the virtue of the friends that they have in their life. You're hanging around with people who have switched off in their life. They are not, they are unserious. Some of them, they are not even on a mission. And then let's say each and every weekend, they usually have a road drive or road trip. There you are hanging around with them, going to those road trips because, hey, arguably they're your friends and you don't want to lose that circle. So you end up getting back into your pockets and breaking your bank to actually fit in into this. This issue of fitting in, to fit in, you don't want to look as if you're suffering. So you want to prove something to them, okay? Then boom, all of a sudden on the weekend, you're going for, in Kenya, we call them sherehe. You go there and drink your 20,000, you drink your 10,000. The next week you are actually broke. You are borrowing to pay even for your basic things like food and something of sort. So the point is, I stopped doing things. And let me tell you one secret, this comes with consequences. I lost a lot of friends because of this. The moment I stopped doing what they expect me to do, because arguably that is what they are doing, of course you appear an outcast, you appear as if you're arrogant, you are rude, you don't want to do things, but it saved me a lot of money. Of course they are still my friends, but guess what, I do the thing, and not until it ticks my boxes, that is the time I won't actually go ahead and do that. By the way, if you go read a book by the name Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, he says that the biggest check that you can ever hand over to yourself is living a life that you don't have to prove anything to people as far as the finances are concerned. I really don't have to prove to you that indeed I can be able to manage to do that. And the moment you manage to do what I'm telling you, that will be the game changer. It's like you're living a life where you don't give a. Are we together? Now we go to the next point. The next point or the next item that I stopped buying and saved me a lot of money that I know it's affecting you, it's actually eating out. Yes, I used to eat a lot out, eating out, where you go grab that coffee, that cappuccino, that mocha latte, that whatever thing you guys call it. And of course that comes with a price. You buy that coffee by the way, I've never even understood. Why are these coffees, by the way, so expensive? It's funny. Kenya is known. Kenya, by the way, if you didn't know, if you're not a Kenyan, I think we are number 3 in the world exporters of tea, and coffee. We actually close top 10 there, exporters of coffee. But I'm telling you, a coffee in Kenya is damn expensive. You don't even, by the way, we don't even take coffee in Kenya. So I expect the demand to be low, therefore the prices should be go down. I don't even understand. I don't know that we export the raw coffee, get back imported, and then this thing, they sell it I personally actually grew up in up country, and where I grew up, actually, we used to have, not we, but where the neighbors and what we used to have coffees. So I was like, I didn't even know that coffee can actually go somewhere and then it's all very expensive. So coffees are very expensive. I'm not saying you should never take a coffee. I'm not saying you should never go for an out. No, but don't make it a day to day. By the way, I had a friend of mine who still a friend of mine, and we usually rub shoulders a lot. The guy actually literally eats out. He's not married. He's single. He's making a good cash of money. You know, he earns close to 450,000 in a month. That's like 4,500 US dollars. That's a quite of good money in Kenya. The guy eats out like every time, you know, and he eats out, well, not really a 5 stars, but like a 3 star or something. He eats out each and every day. For him to actually eat a food that is actually going to be full as a man, as an African man, the dude eats close to 2,500. And you're like, oh my goodness, bro. You could have just done a very nice shopping and then you're good to go. But now his mind tells him that he has a lot of money. So I actually stopped eating out that frequently, and actually that saved a lot of money. I still eat out anyway, but it's not like the order of the day. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Now, number 3, the thing that I stopped buying and saved me a quite a good amount of money. Well, this one is quite interesting. Is ladies and fun, you know. I stopped. When I say buying, don't please, don't take me on a negative connotation when I say buying. Okay. Not what you think. I've never done that, by the way, and I'm not explaining myself. When I say ladies and fun, I simply mean like, you know, having like this, that, there were like 5 of them, 10 of them. You know, men are okay. Ladies may not understand what I'm talking about. Men, you know what I'm talking about. You know, being all over the place. You have this one, you take this one out, you use a lot of money. There is another one out here. And the moment you have many and you live a certain place, of course, you cannot bring all of them to that particular place, because even the neighbors will be like, oh my goodness, which kind of an individual? You know, I'm talking these things because they are real. You know, ladies may not understand, but these things are real. So if you want to have a good reputation, obviously, you're going to look for different places, going for those sorts. Of course, it means money. There is actually, by the way, that video is coming up, yeah? It takes an average of, and I said average, I did not say it's the actual amount of money. It takes an average of 4,500 to cheat in Kenya, to cheat. I'm going to make a video on that. Yeah, it's coming. It's actually ready. I'm just going to go ahead and upload it. It takes an average of 4,500 to cheat in Kenya, especially if you're married. If you're married, it goes way above that amount of money. So, of course, that's a price. You know, it's a lot of money, isn't it? Are we together? So, ladies and fun, I actually stopped that, okay? By the way, long time ago, you know, I'm saved. Christ is my Lord and Savior. Hallelujah. Let's get into the business now. The point number 4 is actually the item number 4. I actually stopped buying something called illogical kindness. You know, there was a time I was so worried. If you actually called me and asked me, hey Joseph, would you mind to lend me 2,000? Would you mind to give me 2,000? Because I was like, well, if I tell you I don't know or I don't have, then maybe I would hurt you. You know, I was so much into emotions. I was like, you know what, let me just break my bank and give it to you if I have any. And to some extent, you even go beyond that, your capacity, just to make sure that at least you retain a good name with those individuals. So I used to be illogical kindness. And there's nothing wrong with, that's why I've used this. Is it a prefix or suffix? I've used this illogical to explain it's not just a kindness. There's nothing wrong with being kind, but there's some people who you find them, they tell me, for instance, yeah, they usually tell me, hey Joseph, I'm too good to my family members. I work outside the country. You know, when they ask me, I just give them. I believe I'm supporting them. I believe the more I give them, the more they will love me, the more they would support me in future in case I need their needs. Let me tell you one secret. Utashtuka. In Swahili, that's what we say. Kushtuka means like you'll be shocked, you'll be mesmerized or flabbergasted, because that is not exactly what you think. As much as you're being kind, also make sure that you operate under your budget. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself, you're securing your future just in case anything happens, and of course you're supporting them. So be logical. So I used to suffer a lot. I used to think like if I tell somebody no, you know, I'm rude, I've hurt their feelings and what have you. But I came to realize no is actually a complete sentence. You can just tell somebody, hey, no, not for now. For now, whatever. When I get, and the moment you get things correct, then maybe you can turn around and actually offer a hand and something goes on. Personally, I believe in helping somebody or knowing how to fish than giving them a fish. All right, let's get into the practical things now. Those are the things that I actually stop very early, and they actually help me a lot, and they still do help me a lot. The other thing is that I actually stopped buying what we call the gym memberships. Yeah. Sure, I stopped buying the gym memberships. Would you believe if I tell you, it's only that I cannot pan my camera and show you. I do have a gym in my house, okay? Well, not maybe a fully equipped gym. I may not have everything that you may need in a gym, but at least I have some part of the basic equipment, and I'm still buying them. I'm still buying the gym equipment. For me, I never feel pain to buying this gym equipment. Why? Because gym is this thing that you'll forever need it, no matter when you are, in terms as far as you are alive and you can be able to work out, you still need it. So it does not make any sense for me to go buy a gym membership of 7,000 a month the next month. So you can imagine 7,000 a month multiplied by say 12, that's like 84,000. 84,000, bro, and that is the thing that I'm gonna do the rest of my life. You know what, I would rather go buy those gym equipments and having it in my house. It will save me a lot of money. It's like you being an addict of coffee. Instead of being guy buying those coffee each and every day, go buy yourself a coffee making machine. It will cost you like 20,000. Buy that coffee making machine, have it in your house. It can make you anything you want: americano, cappuccino, espresso, latte, matcha, whatever. It's gonna make you that particular thing that you want if you are actually addicted to that particular coffee. So for me, I just love, well, of course I'm not like of course, when you look at me, I'm not like huge, because the whole point is not muscles. But I'm not saying that I don't want muscles, I want them, but the point is just keeping fit. And of course, I want to, for example, for me, I work from my home, yeah. So I still want to make sure that I save myself a time. Maybe going there to the gym, coming back, that takes time and what have you. And you get what I'm saying. Okay, that's for me. May not work for you anyway, but that's for me. So I prefer buying those gym equipments where I can be able to access them at any given moment at the comfort of my home, and that is it. So yes, I stopped buying that, and of course I used to pay a lot of money. And you find sometimes you're paying that for 7,000. You are busy, you have a tight schedule, you may not be able to show up to that particular gym. Maybe you have some class to attend, you have some videos to make, some videos to edit, and what have you. And I'm saying mine may be different from you. Some of you go to those gym. I know you might say that on the comment section. You go to those gym to interact with people, whatever. I'm different from you guys. I'm I'm a lone wolf. Me, I can even close the house and stay in my house like forever. That's very true. I can just close the house and stay there forever. Like, I'm this kind of a guy, have like the smallest circle on earth. That is it. And I don't have friends. But for me, I do view friends as problems. Friends are problems. So for me, I mean, well, it is what it is. For those who know me, know what I'm talking about. Now, the other thing I stopped buying and actually saved me a lot of money is something called the home deliveries. When you buy some things, home deliveries, when you buy something, you find, like, for example, let's say you buy something from a company to the picking destination, you find maybe the transport will be at around, say, 100 shillings, or let's say $1. And then the moment you say, let it be done for home delivery, boom, you hear it's like 400. Oh, like, damn it. $3 just appear from, and the distance between from the warehouse to where you are picking up, it's like hundreds of kilometers. But where you are taking it from the whatever to, this comfort, like you just want to have fun, you want to behave as if you're wealthy, you are rich, you are a billionaire, and you're not yet there. Yes, you may have some few coins here and there, but you're not yet there. But you're just behaving as if you want. Come on, let's not have this kind of early fun, early and whatever. So for me, I would rather make sure that, hey, you know what, I'm going to town, I'm gonna grab 1, 2, 3 things, then I actually put me picking that item from there. I've saved myself like $3, I've saved myself like $4 or something of sort. That is it. Yes, I know there is fun of just somebody knocking your door and pressing your bell, ding ding. Yes, good morning, Joseph. Yeah, you have your item, you can just sign here. Yeah, I know there is fun with that, I totally agree. But let me tell you one secret: when you are building yourself, when you actually on a curtain, see the way usually a new building that is being built is actually have some these green curtains. I don't know I don't know what we call them. And then it's like, oh, tells you like everything that goes here is actually construction. When you're in that particular state, that particular, you actually minimize all those expenses so that you can maximize that what you can save. The other thing, I want to make this video as very short as possible. The other thing is actually I stopped buying lottery tickets. By the way, guys, let me tell you one thing. Well, I was this close to become an addict of betting. This close. Thank God I'm not. I'm no longer. I'm out of that woods. Yeah. So I used to really bet a lot, especially when I was in campus. I used to bet. By the way, these issues of finances and making money and whatever has actually been mesmerizing for me, or to me, since I was a very young guy. So I, never used to think like, betting and gambling and whatever is not the right way to, or the right route towards the achieving the financial freedom. So I stopped buying these, and even today you tell me, by the way, I even stopped watching football. I'm not saying you should stop. No, just go ahead and watch it. But for me, for my case, I just kind of it's never a big deal to me. Okay. And I'm not saying you should not watch football. I love it. It is great. You know, I watch them, especially the international ones, not the other one. The last thing that I actually stopped purchasing is actually something called packaged fruits and vegetables and what have you. This one may not apply for guys who are watching me from the Western countries because everything for you guys is already packaged. You know, here we have alternatives. You can buy these things from the grocery store, commonly known as the supermarkets, or you can buy them from the markets. And of course, you know, especially where I live, I'm surrounded by the farmers, or not, farmers are not far from where I live. Yeah, sometimes you can actually hear some roaster, making noise. You know, because I don't live far from the farmers and what have you. I'm not really a fan of the city vibes, and I love to live a little bit far from the city so that at least I can have that cool ambience and what have you. That's my gig anyway. Again, I'm not saying that should be the case to everyone. Anyway, I'm not a standard of reference to that. We are made up of different materials. So I stopped buying packaged fruits. You see, if you go to supermarket, you find maybe, let's say, an apple is being sold at around, say, 60 shillings or 50 shillings. If I get out there, outside there, you know, to the market, I find it maybe sold at a 40 shillings or 30 shillings or something of sort. And these packaged vegetables and whatever. So I prefer grabbing them from the markets, and they're actually fresh. Some of these guys have actually took those vegetables from their gardens and whatever. They're actually fresh. So I stopped buying those. And of course, I see something out of it. And perhaps, well, for me, I've never been having a problem of thrift shopping or impulse buying. So for me, God is great on that particular area. I've never had that problem. For me, I don't thrift shop. I cannot just get into a supermarket and grab things and no, for me, it's very hard. So those are the 8 things that I really stopped buying, and I can tell you they actually helped me a lot. And that's what I've been saving, of course, is to invest. That's good, Joseph speaking. And as always, make sure that you leave me a comment on the comment section. And if you'd like to get my services, never forget my number is always on the description of this specific video. For now, so goodbye and see you the next one.